Hey everybody, it's Rob from VRA Realty Alliance. Today I'm going to be talking with Sean Maloney about the types of loans that you can use to buy a rental property or a second home and some little tricks to figure out how you can qualify for a little bit more than you think. If you want to get started in real estate investing, reach out to me. I will handpick a investment savvy realtor in the area you are looking to find a property. All right, let's get into it. Hey Sean, how's it going, brother?
Hey man, how are you?
You know. All right. So I get a lot of people that I work with who are investors or trying to buy a second home, and they're always curious about the financing side of things. And I'm a little bit curious about it too, because I don't know, like, do I need to get a commercial loan? Can I get a personal loan? And like, how does that work when I'm buying, let's say, either a second home or maybe a rental property?
All right, so let's start with the rental, which would be deemed an investment property. You can do a residential loan, and you can purchase up to a 4 unit property. So let's say you're buying let's start simple with the 1 unit. You can do 20% down, and then you have no mortgage insurance. Your rate's not going to be as good. There's actually a major jump in rates. What people don't realize is from 20 to 25% down. It makes it a less risky loan. The more equity that you have into the house, it shows you got more skin in the game, and your rate changes by, I don't know, 0.75% at least. So I always tell people, listen, if you're going to buy an investment property, you want to keep your payment down as much as possible because you're going to be renting it out. And, I highly recommend putting down 25, 30%, save you on the principal and interest. And, that way you can maximize your return.
Gotta have that money, man, right?
Exactly. You do. But, like I said, you can buy up to 4 units. Anything above 4 units is a commercial loan. So that's something to consider for commercial loans. I don't know. I'm not a commercial lender. I know a whole bunch of them. I can
Right.
refer them out, but I don't know what the rules are. I do know that it comes with a higher interest rate, and you're subject to the guidelines of that company because it's not a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan, so they can set their own parameters. So in some ways, it might be a little bit easier, but you're going to end up paying for it long term. And ultimately, the goal is to squeeze every penny out of it that you possibly can. So those are some things to consider when it comes to buying investment property. Plus, you need to have 3 to 6 months in reserves as well, liquid, by the time you settle. So when I say that, I mean your mortgage payment needs to be liquid for 3 to 6 months in the checking, savings, money marketing, mutual funds, could be a 401k, any type of retirement, anything that you can liquidate. It can't be a stock account because that fluctuates going up and down. So that's something to consider as well. When you're buying investment property, you have to have money.
So I know, like, when you're buying an investment property, let's say you're buying a single family, a duplex, triplex, or quad. If the units are rented out and have lease agreements in place, can you use that to help you qualify for that loan?
Yes, absolutely. As long as we have a written lease and then proof of a deposit, then you can use that to qualify towards your income and also negate what the mortgage payment on that house would be.
If I'm right, can you use only a percentage of it, or can you use the whole thing?
Up to 75%.
75%. So if they're paying $1,000 a month, I can use 750 of that to qualify for the
That's correct.
mortgage. Huh. And with this vacation home, tell me about the differences if I'm buying a vacation home.
So
What's
vacation home is not considered an investment property. It's considered a second home. So
right?
the guidelines are different. You only have to put 10% down, but it has to be more than 90 miles from where you currently live. Otherwise, it is not considered a vacation home. I've seen some loopholes where people, they lived close to a lake, and then, it was a lake house, and then, the underwriter deemed it, but that's at the discretion of the underwriter. So basically, the rule of thumb is that it has to be at least exceed 90 miles of where your primary residence is to be considered a second home, aka vacation home. It comes with the same rate that you would get buying a primary. So right now, 2.625, depending on what your credit score is.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's only 10% down, 90 miles away at least. All other guidelines apply as if you're buying your own primary residence.
So like 10%. Yeah. I mean, I had no idea about that 90-mile rule. That
Yep.
was So if you buy something as a second home, are you allowed to rent it out?
That's a very good question. Not something I'm going to get into right now. Let's just say if it's a second home, it's for you and the family.
Well, hey, I just had to ask. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the quick rundown here on, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my house in Florida. So, I think the thing I'm really understanding is it's really nice if I buy like a duplex, if I've got one side of it rented out and that's got a lease agreement in place and I buy that with that in place, I can qualify for much more property because I've got that. So that's a cool thing that I'm learning as I go through this myself. Hey, Sean, if people want to get in contact with you, how do they do that?
Just give me a call on my cell. I'm available 7 days a week. My number is 484-798-9084, and I'm happy to help.
Awesome, man. You're a great resource for people. So I'm always connecting with people looking to refi, buy houses. I know the refinance is absolutely insane right now. So, dude, I bought my house in January, got 3.75, and it's at 2.625 or whatever. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Now is the time to buy. Now's the time to refi. I don't care what anybody tells you, because if you do it a year from now, who knows what the rates are going to be.
I don't know. How much lower can you go, right? We're already limboing. All right, brother. Thanks a lot.